Come one, come again, and welcome to the NFC Championship game. We're here in Philly to see an NFC East division matchup between the angriest team from the angriest city versus the most racist team from the most racist city. Can the boy wonder pull more magic out of his ass, or will Philly put this special season to bed? So, Coach, how are we feeling about today's matchup?
Well, you got two slow starters here, and they're looking to finish strong. Feeling Philly strong today. We're getting right into it, and as I'm saying that, they're already partying up in the box. What we got going on up there?
Wow, we're not even watching the game.
Hey, why is he sneaking off the screen?
Come back,
Bradley
Bradley.
Cooper, come back.
He's got to run his restaurant. And Washington's going to start with the ball. We're in the all-black jerseys today. Trying to compensate for something.
Yeah.
And here we go. See, Jaden Daniels with this season, many are saying the greatest rookie season of all time. We're watching unfold before our eyes. Can he get to the Super Bowl?
Well,
What do they have to do today to beat this Philly team?
unlike some teams, when they wear the all blacks, they actually win. 6-0.
Well, that's easy when you've won as many games as they have this year. Ooh, and they're stopped early. And that's a tough first play of the game.
Yep. Interesting stat line here. Daniels has more games without punts than all the GOATs combined in one single season. Quinn's really playing some actual real-life Madden, it seems.
That's kind of an unfair stat because they go for everything on fourth down. 4th and 8, who cares? But I get it. It's still impressive. And they convert at a high rate. I think it's an 85% or something like that. So it's worth it. I think that mentality is what the other teams should adopt. I know they have more options because they have a mobile quarterback, but just go for it.
Ouchies. Ouch.
Roughing the passer. Giving them free yards, free first down.
Well, at least one of these guys gets those. Good to see.
Yeah, they basically treat Hurts like a running back. But so does Philly, so.
I just think it's because he's so stoic and self-preservant. They're like, he can handle it. He can handle it. Him, I don't think he can handle it. No, I don't think he needs that. Pretty privilege? Pretty privilege. Pretty privilege.
So this Washington team marched into Detroit last week and took down the favorites.
There he is.
I was impressed.
Turn that cap
In the Dan Bowl.
to the back. I think they outlined the lines. I really do.
I like Goff. It might be time for a new guy there to really unlock that offense in another way. He's good, don't get me wrong, but when you see a dynamic quarterback on the other side like this, who can run. I mean, it's not every day you find a Jaden Daniels, but you might want to try to unlock some more things with that offense. Also, losing both their coordinators. Offensive coordinator to the Bears, defensive coordinator to the Jets. So that means the defensive coordinator will be available again in 2 years.
Well, you know, Goff is pretty damn close to go for it. And they typically go for it there. Madden, this is one time where you got the punt wrong. Goff is also close to a gaff. Or a gast.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Lions go for it a lot too, but they don't have as.
You're leaving me
variety of
aghast.
plays. Agaped.
You're so aloof.
He's got a flag already. I believe that's 2 on Philly. Yeah, and that'll come back. Oh, I'm Becton. Speaking of Jets, former New York Jet.
He didn't look like he was there. Oh, me. Well,
And they're going to throw again. Oh, he's going to take off. And Hurts does what he does best, gets some yards back, making that 2nd and 8.
Little chippy dippy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kind of early in the game for that, but these guys have already played twice this year.
it's never early for that.
There's Bradley Cooper.
Oh, a little bit of rhythm.
Very nice. I always thought he should be in an Uncharted movie. Instead, Tom Holland. But what do I know?
I love how the simulation just did the whiff truck animation. Let me put this shoulder down and prepare.
Close my eyes and prepare for impact.
Oh, my motion.
A.J. Brown in motion.
Oh.
He's been a little disgruntled.
Same damn fucking
I wouldn't
play.
be surprised if... Oh, big
He
run.
waits so long. That slide. He's baiting them.
He's baiting. The Patrick Mahomes is what we call that. That's what he does best. But we'll see that game later. Yeah, if you're running man coverage, you're going to have to spy him. Because he'll take off. Same for both quarterbacks here.
Why are you guys roughhousing in the fucking huddle? You just got fucking waxed. Get your head in the game, kids.
They got blue balled. They were ready to tee off on him, and he slid. So they got to hit something.
So, how do you stop a baiter? You run palms in defense? Palms? Baiting? Never mind. Hopefully they don't catch you in cover 0 while you're baiting them. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was running cover 0. Close the door.
Cover 0. I think there are a few neighborhoods that ran cover 0 in our hometown.
Who doesn't keep any sort of cover around? Never mind.
That's why Todd Bowles fits in Tampa running cover 0.
You think a part of him thinks, you know, after he's caught in that predicament, cover 0, could you give me a cover? Could you put a cover back on before you leave? Like,
Pretty cold out.
no second chances.
Pretty cold out for cover 0. At least wear some socks.
Cover pulling the sock off my ass when I get up. Awkwardly.
Cover hero. Oh, and finally a run.
True
from
hero.
Saquon. Yeah, they need to feed Saquon with an amazing season. I'm still upset that they didn't get a chance to get the record. And I hated the narrative about, oh, he had an extra game, and Dickerson, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, whatever. Dickerson had extra games than the guys that came before him. Still a record. And pretty soon when we have 18 games a season, what are you going to say then?
Dickerson, and I'm sensing them running the sneaky link here. I don't call it the tush push. I call it the sneaky link.
The brotherly shove.
No. Sneaky link. Hurts knows about what I'm talking about. LeBron knows it too. Real Housewives of Football. This is the sneaky link.
I don't think Hurts has a Savannah back home.
What other names could we call the tush push?
I'm sure there's a lot. Let's think. The crack in the Liberty Bell.
Let it aerate.
The Rocky Balboa. Doesn't really make sense, but I like it.
Wagner. The quintessential solid player number 54.
Yeah. You want a solid linebacker. You want a guy who's going to run your team for 9 years. Man in the middle, pretty good in pass coverage, great against the run. 54.
Perennial good player number.
Yeah. Levante David. The perfect number.
Pair him with a 45, a little bit of speed, a little bit needy, a little bit of a head case. That's a 45 for you. Colt 45 and 3 zigzags.
Good return.
He should have zigzagged there. What the fuck?
Yeah, he's kind of
Running straight into wow.
Not like his brother. All right, we're gonna see Daniels again. See what he can do. See what they can cook up here. I'd like to see him use his legs on this drive.
This has been their worst quarter all season. They took a little bit to warm up. And it's been chilly out here recently.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of chili, look at that. Cool as a cucumber.
He doesn't care.
Or he cares too much. But you'll never know.
Look at that slow-ass fucking snap. Oh, my gosh. Hurts, not very much a big supporter of our public library system. I wonder what he's reading today.
That's AJ Brown.
Oh, right.
Reading books on the sidelines, self-help books. Maybe he should read the defense. It's going to push him back. They probably will.
Well, then Hurts gatekeep his literacy. Reading. He reads.
He doesn't read in public.
Huh? It's like that one dude you grew up with. Y'all got some little fine pieces walking around, and he says, "Man, he don't do that. He doesn't normally do that." Yeah, shit. Well, it pains me to say that. That ain't gonna do it, Hurts.
Not going to do it. I don't know why they don't stick to the run game. Washington's run defense is no good.
Man, he normally doesn't sit in the flats. Come on.
Come on.
Learn how to read a fucking defense. Ouchies. Crunching the mic.
Yeah. Asking for a flag, not going to get it. Give him a hospital ball there. I think Dan Quinn needs to spin that hat backwards like he's a Pokemon trainer.
Devontae Smith's like, maybe this is the day. Maybe I actually get a touchdown.
What's he got going? Oh, God. Tough start for both of these teams.
Slam a book on him.
Close the book on this team. We'll see what they got. Defensive battle so far. And we'll close out.
Sirianni. Winifred. Oh, nice camera. Oh, yeah. Oh, whoa. There's your brotherly shove.
Sirianni looks weirdly like Tim Robinson.
I love Tim
He's
Robinson. He is a Lions guy. Detroiters was a fantastic show. It pains me for them, but otherwise I could kind of sense the hot air leaving that building.
Yeah, I think I love Detroiters. I have a feeling they're going to bring it back.
Need to.
It's getting momentum. I didn't know about it when it was on. I just kind of discovered it a few months ago. And I feel like Tim Robinson's kind of making his bones now. I bet they'll bring it back on Netflix.
He just gets back to the office. They're all using Canva and fucking AI prompts. Where's the magic? Where'd it all go? Speaking of Canvas, they're starting to paint a picture of what they're about to do for the rest of the game here. Slow strokes. And your favorite formation. Look. 2 guys to the right.
Oh, wide open.
You know, as you get older,
It's been hot this year. We'll see.
2 things normally just hang to the right anyways. It's kind of
Not both of them.
resembling. Well, I haven't checked recently, but, you know. Due for some realignment. Wow. Oh, that's better. I'm back, baby. What's he thinking?
He thinks he should leave.
He's the one Dan to rule them all. He killed the other one. There can only be one Dan.
Yeah, Dan versus Dan.
Slay?
Dan.
Slay?
Imagine a baby named Dan. This is my baby, Dan.
Daniel's son.
Daniel.
Daniel's
Not
son.
Daniel, not Dan. Dan. Big Bob.
Danza.
Tony. Tony Stanza, the poet.
Lots of Tonys in the crowd here today, huh?
They're great.
Lots of Tonys. Lots of
Yeah,
Antonios.
You think we got any Rocky fans in the house today?
I see him in the back.
I did not see that the first time. Wow.
Creeping.
Love it.
Alright, what the fuck are we doing? It's like, you know, wherever a team's position, the ones that can get out of it. This is not a Philly field position ideology. On your own 10-yard line.
If it becomes a drive, it's the entire quarter.
Exactly. Pretty much dependent on field position to get it going, but hey, who knows? Oh,
There we go.
nice contested
AJ
ball.
Brown. Do you think any of these guys ran up the Museum of Art steps like Rocky before the game?
Who would be the most likely out of all these guys? Who do you
Probably
think?
Jalen Hurts.
Probably.
Just for the symbolism, maybe Saquon.
Jalen would do it, but if you caught him doing it, he would pretend like, you know, he wasn't doing it. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
He would pretend like he doesn't know at all. Oh,
He's real chippy.
Chippy. Chipley. Well, at least he's moving the offense with his feet.
Normally cool as a cucumber. He's more like kimchi today. Got a little bite in him.
A little fermentation.
Mm.
Wow.
Wow.
Good for your gut.
Turn that hat back around.
I know. It's
The
bullshit.
fuck?
I've never seen him wear a hat forward in my entire life.
He's destined to wear that hat backwards until he can fix the one thing he couldn't.
I want to be the very best, and no one ever was.
To blow the lead, that's my real
Yeah.
test. To
Maybe
bring
in the
it back's
locker room
my cause.
Maybe in the locker room before the game, he turns it backwards, like before the match.
He's trying to turn back the clock to that day.
It's like the "Hello, fellow kids" meme.
Which is it's interesting. Normally, if you have the bill forwards, you're less likely to blow things. Turning it around, well, that's, you know, You were obstructing it before. Now you're just opening yourself up to the world at that point. Can't even block out the sun. What are we doing?
Business. Keeps the sun off his neck while he's going to work.
Keep it up, Fred Durst. We appreciate you. You know he's coming back into style. Maybe it's Quinn's year.
The biscuit's not the only thing that's limp today. His offense can't stop holding, and it's just stifling any attack they have.
Ugh. Philly's had a few issues with that this year.
First and 30.
That's one you don't see.
Okay, got some back. Second and 20.
Looked like he threw it to the tackle there. What the fuck was going on? That was a big bitch.
I need 55 burgers, 55 chicken sandwiches, 55.
Analyst, I feel like I'm just getting to know you again. It feels like forever. Throws it to the tackle again.
Good fucking play. Got her with the catch. Third and inches.
That's Goddard.
Will they draw up here?
Got him. I'm going to call him Big Bitch. That's a big old bitch. Look how big he is.
That wasn't him.
He looks way too big.
That wasn't him.
Oh, right. Got you. Speaking of big bitch, Saquon.
He looks smaller there.
Nice to see you. Nice to see Saquon in the mix.
Give him the ball. It feels like Hurts has regressed a little bit this year, but it doesn't matter because Saquon's been so good. Just picked up the slack.
He's so nonchalant, but, you know, at least he's giving the guy, you know, his shine. Look at him. He's like, I knew that would happen. That's a Hurts thing to say. You know, if it happened, it happened, but I knew that would happen.
God willing.
It's not like a Reddit or anything, though. I don't need to read.
Oh.
It's... Well, then.
Yeah.
Well, it was Wagner. I mean, he's going to shine brightly here and there. He still, it still seems like, though, he's kind of coming out of Kuechly's shadow just a bit, right? Like, as long as he's played.
I think he's past him. People don't talk about Kuechly that much anymore.
Yeah.
It was him. Wagner and Kuechly were on top of the world. But their teams were good. Levante David was doing everything they were doing. But the Bucs sucked, so it didn't matter.
Wow.
Oh, no, he gets stopped.
Slick little move.
Yeah, good read by Hurts there. I thought that play was dead. When all else fails, get the ball to Saquon.
I love how he kicked one little foot up when he didn't have to. Here's that final push.
It's like a curtsy.
Such a gentleman. Well, here we go. You know, you had the whole fucking lane. Just fucking take it. Stop trying to make everything a fucking dog and pony show, bro. Just fucking muscle it in. Good night.
Style points.
You saw too much of that this year. 2-point conversions were actually over 20% down from the year prior. However, one Jameis Winston went 5 for 5 on 2-point conversions. That's a guy who's not trying to make it look anything other than what it is, and that's just absurd. Offsides.
Well, you can't throw a pick six on a 2-point conversion. He's immune to the play. It'd be a pick 2.
Good point. Very good point.
That's the most dangerous play. That's the worst thing that could happen, I think.
We're seeing the unchained Jameis Winston in those situations. What could be the
James
perfection?
Unchained. Untethered, unfettered Jameis. There we go.
Got it.
Former Heisman winner, Devontae Smith.
And he gets his first of the year on Madden. Go figure. See some more. See some more.
Does he really not have a touchdown?
Look it up.
I'm gonna.
1,200 yards. No tuds.
Gee.
Say it so.
Bro, he has 8 touchdowns.
Well, let me
AJ
check my
Brown,
math.
Is it AJ Brown doesn't have any?
Let me check my math. Well, I guess Jalen Hurts was right. Reading's overrated.
That's AJ.
I'm just using guesstimations.
AJ Brown reads.
I know, but Jalen Hurts said he doesn't read. He doesn't need to read. I don't know why he's reading there. Like, the process of selection and when it's appropriate to read, he was gatekeeping. And in this situation, I wish he would have told me, you should probably read that.
I wish he would pull out like Cat in the Hat or something.
Ugh. Well, Devonta Smith, from the bottom of my heart, I apologize. You have 8 actual IRL touchdowns. You got your first today. You know, sometimes the fucking guy behind the Twitch avatar makes a mistake, believe it or not.
You need to put a Notes app out. Notes app apology. For saying he had no
I'm on it.
touchdowns.
I'm on it.
Put it on Instagram.
It's crazy. I fact check us too. If I hear something, I fact. This is the first time we've made any sort of mistake.
Ever. I'm sure we haven't made any mistakes.
Nope. No tasteful mistakes either. Everything's been in fine grandstanding taste.
No wardrobe malfunctions.
Nope.
It's funny that's still like,
All appendages accounted for.
it's still in the lexicon, wardrobe malfunction. That happened like before these players were even born.
Like Kanye on the riverboat.
Yes.
Well, keep your
Ass
fucking
out.
pants on.
Ass out.
46 seconds left, and they're driving.
Kanye ass out there was like plumber's crack ass out. It was like embarrassing. Though he was getting sucked off, it was still like, dude, come on. Pull your pants up. You're
Yeah.
out. What the fuck?
Whoa.
Big play there. I don't think they'll take their time out here. Get to the line.
So we shouldn't call him Jaden Daniels anymore because I've heard about 3 analysts call him this. He's Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes combined. Lamar Jackson,
Wow.
Patrick Mahomes. Back there to pass.
That's amazing. You think they would have learned their lesson with CJ Stroud last year?
You think they would have learned their lesson not talking to their 2nd grade son and using his opinion? He's
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes combined, Dad. Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes back to pass. Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, CJ Stroud in the shotgun.
He needs a Fortnite skin.
That was a good block he just picked up. You see
Yeah,
that?
it was. I thought he was going to get crushed.
You normally don't see that. All right, no more fucking air guitar. 9 seconds left. Let me fucking read. Good God almighty. I need my readers today.
Your glasses. This is dangerous. If he takes us out here, it's no points. If he gets stopped before the line, no
Madden will fuck it up. Oh. Nope, no. I misread the script. Theme of the fucking game. Great pass. Right up the middle. But for some reason, I don't think they're that pressed yet. Why the fuck is Reptile from Mortal Kombat dancing on the couch?
It's gotta be Kevin Hart, right? He's little.
I think it's like 3 different people. They're just like exchanging the Reptile outfit. Cool Reptile cosplay.
Slapping. True Philly.
Wow. What do we think so far?
Coach's name out your fucking mouth. It's kind of getting better. The first quarter was slow, but now they're going back and forth. I'm hoping to see more of this in the second half.
Hey, it's been a lot of fun to be back with you. Let's get it.
Looks like they're just going to skip a play. They're going to try to get an 80-yard tush push.
Well, I misread the clock again. I thought the half was over. Analyst, buddy. I feel like this is the end. Well, we're just turning a new chapter. Are we allowed to turn a new chapter here?
Are you seeing? Is your mother in the corner of the room? Are you seeing dead relatives ushering you into the next life?
No. I'm not in the corner or mother or, whatever. But look who is. Why are you looking at me? He feels left out.
I want to be in that box. That was fun. When we start the second half here, Eagles going to start on offense. Up 3 points. Good game so far. Stop. Drop.
It's funny how you have Too Short playing and Balboa standing in the same vicinity. Heavy hitting, Too Short. Rocky Balboa. Fitting. I thought you were clapping. I thought you were clapping for me just now.
No.
I need a clap. Oh, we got something there. That was a kablowie.
First down.
Hey. Thank you. Glad to be back. All right. Fuck that duck.
Fuck your duck.
Surprised I didn't see any headlines after that one, Bucky the Duck. Or Ducky the Buck. Plucky Ducky the Bucky. And pluck me.
You see so the Jags missed out on 2 head coaches and finally fired their GM too late.
You don't say. They missed out on something? No.
Well, Ben Johnson didn't like the situation, so he went to the Bears. That says something if you pick the Bears over your situation. It's because they had Balky at GM, who's the guy who was responsible for getting Jim Harbaugh fired the first time with the Niners. Yeah.
Just ship him off to London already.
Well, that happens, and then, Liam Cohen from the Bucs is interviewing there. He decides to stay, sign a new contract with the Bucs, and then 2 hours later they fire their GM because they realized that's the reason all these coaches are pulling their name out. Fuck. You probably should have done that a couple weeks ago.
Ugh. Yeah, something tells me that building's caustic, but hey, it is Jacksonville.
It's not a bad roster, not a bad team. The problem is, well, that GM sucked, but also the owner's kid is like so involved.
Ugh.
But I think this will be better. They need to bring in someone like. Well, I think Robert Salah is getting. He's one of the finalists, and I saw a couple other names they might bring in now. I guess Pete Carroll's not getting any interviews. I didn't see any.
I feel like Pete had some interest in some places.
Yeah, he's so damn old though.
Yeah,
but he's like, he would be perfect for a team like that because they do have talent. They just need someone to kind of right the ship. They lose a ton of close games. Like they need a guy like that who's gonna be a positive influence on everyone, get everything going the right direction, and then maybe have like a coach in waiting who can take over and technically be the same regime.
that Urban Meyer situation is still limmering around that building.
It does feel like that.
Ugh.
It does. And then I thought Peterson was going to be better, and he was for a little bit, but I don't know what happened. They still got Trevor. I still believe in Trevor. I don't think he's bad. And they have a bunch of young talent too.
Well, speaking of young talent, this Philly team is one of the younger ones in the league, and it only seems like they improve year to year. They find different ways to win. This organization is quietly becoming the best in the league, in my opinion. That might be a loaded one.
No, I agree. I think if they lose this game, looks like they're not going to hear. But if they did, I think there may be some controversy if Jalen Hurts doesn't play well. A lot of people are turning their back, which I don't agree with, but I think he's limited. The roster's loaded. It always is. I mean, the fact that they won the Super Bowl with Doug Peterson, fire him a few years later, make another Super Bowl, just to turn it around that fast is pretty amazing. They have a really good front office.
Howie's the man.
Hungry Howie. He's just building the team. That's why it doesn't, like, Sirianni's not a good coach, but it almost doesn't matter. Like, the team runs itself. And I thought losing Kelsey would be a bigger deal, but it looks like they got just as good.
Sirianni's definitely more of a motivator, more of the motivating young blood.
Yeah. It's weird, though, because there are guys like that, like Dan Campbell. But he does a really good job at it. I think Robert Saleh's like that, too, but that blew up. I just don't think Sirianni's that good.
Sometimes it's not X's and O's. Sometimes it's less is more. Don't overcomplicate it. Just get the good guys around you and let them
He
cut.
doesn't seem... Yeah, that's true. He just doesn't even seem like that much of a dude, like a leader. But
I know.
They don't need it. Maybe he is a different mentality.
Well, they do have kind of a strange sideline. They've got like their own personal security and just a lot of shit going on. They kind of operate on their own rules. Well then, speaking of made men, they're not making it easy today. They are driving. This looks like that Commanders team we've been seeing all year, and they are heating up.
Yeah, they got some ground to make up here, though. Shorter quarters. If they don't stop, they're gonna have to stop the Eagles. The next driver.
Eagles are in their prime position. They want to be up by just about this much right here. Commanders, though, oof, you're going to have to bury them. You are going to have to bury them. and lose the fucking shovel because they've been digging.
Yeah,
they're going a little too soft.
Balls, yeah.
Melting away.
I haven't seen Eckler out there at all. Yeah, the turnaround the Commanders did this year is just pretty insane. Go from the second pick to in the NFC Championship game. They won a lot of close games, and I'm going to be just play devil's advocate here. For most teams, most years, when a team wins all their one-score games, people say, they're primed for regression the next year. All I've heard with the Commanders is how good they are in close games and how that, basically everyone's just assuming it's going to stay that way. I don't really know why no one's considering that. Maybe the luck will run out at some point. I still think they're good, but I think they could potentially take a step back next year. But I mean, with Jaden, their group seems unlimited.
Everything you said is valid here. Watch how slow this center is snapping some of these. What the fuck is this guy's problem? Looks like he's running palm defense. Put your hands somewhere else. Good God.
Right here.
Palm on the forehead.
Go for it or kick it.
But definitely wash your hands before you do that. Ugh.
Well, they're going to go for it.
So, cover 0. You're running palm.
Oh, I think they stopped them.
You get caught in cover 0.
Oh.
You forget to wash your hands, palm to the forehead. That's what happened here.
Yeah, if I'm calling this play, I'm keeping the ball in Jaden's hands. Roll him out, give him an option to run.
Why do you bitch out? You saw him bitch out there? Fucking drive.
I know. That dude got shot. He's not afraid of a hit.
Yeah, what the fuck, Madden? Brian Robinson wouldn't do that. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, they definitely need to stop here now if they want to stay in this game.
This is where Philly wins it. Ooh. Unless Saquon dies. Of course. Barkley? A dog's only as loyal as his lifespan.
Do you like Saquon?
I do.
Why don't you Saquon these nodes?
The fuck up, analyst.
Oh, damn.
I've been able to say that recently. I'm going to bring that shit back. You're about to reignite the old ball coach here.
A.J. Brown dropped that ball like a book in the book return at the library.
Just
3rd and 9.
Like
the page on that play.
The old school one that you put down a little chute.
Yeah. It was fun. Those were fun. I want to go to the library. I live by one. I don't have a card, though. It's harder to get a library card than a medical marijuana card in the state of Florida. They restrict access to books more than weed.
Why don't you put the files in the file cabinet like everyone else?
Yeah, I'm going to get my card. I'm going to start talking about a library card like a card. I'm going to get one and tell my friends I got my card. Like, you can get weed now? I'm like, no, books. You want a library card?
You can get a gun. You can get your medical. But we're banning books.
You can't have all three. We live in a society, damn it. You can't be one.
Holy shit. Alrighty.
Oh, no. Get up. They're going to have to score here. The defense did it.
The guy who voted on that, he's like, I don't even read off a teleprompter. I just wave my hands around and say whatever, and it works. Why the fuck do we need to read? What's the good of literacy and, you know, public information? All right. This is the second chance. Philly, they always kind of let up a little bit, and that's why they end up in close games.
Did you hear about the VR training stuff that Jaden Daniels does?
No.
It's going to be more popular.
Tell me about it.
Okay, so he was at ASU, and he was so bad that his teammates celebrated when he transferred out. I can't remember if he went directly to LSU or if he went somewhere else first, but when he got to LSU, they had adopted this VR training, and you basically can run plays, but they would run them at like 1.75 speed, so everything was faster. So that slowed the game down for him in real time. Then he won the Heisman. But when he went to the Commanders, he said he put a stipulation that the team has to adopt that.
Whoa.
Basically, he does that now, and he's become like an amazing player because he's playing at a slower speed than he's able to practice at in VR. It's pretty insane, really. But I expect more people will adopt that.
Huh.
And quarterbacks are just going to get better and better.
Interesting. Very interesting. That is actually, that's intriguing.
Another touchdown, De'Ami Brown. He's had a great postseason. Torched the Bucks.
The
Had a good
intrigue.
game against the Lions.
Fast
Now he scored
trigger.
here twice today.
He seems like a man that Elon Musk would rave about. He's more machine than man.
Well, he put up 2 hands there, not just one. So
Oh.
no.
Are we talking about Jaden Daniels or something else? All right. Or the receiver. I don't know.
Am I receiving?
I know that I'm reading now at least. We're improving. It's unbelievable that we're talking about literacy and I pulled a bad stat line.
It's almost like it was intentional.
All right, let's go. We're back in it.
All right, they're going to need... I think the Eagles could put the game away here. Especially a slow, methodical drive. But a touchdown would do it. We'll see what they got. We'll see what they got.
I got a little prediction here. You know what the
What's that?
difference in the spelling of Jalen and Jaden is?
A D?
There's an L in one.
Oh. So you're saying the Eagles are going to lose? Is that your prediction? Am I spelling it out too much?
No, I'm just losing it over one of them. Never mind.
Well, keep it contained for...
About to run the sneaky link.
Don't lose it in the booth, please. I think you got in trouble last
A
time.
little bit of caramel macchiato.
Extra cream, please.
That Starbucks.
Splendid. Ooh, sack.
You saw Edelman ask Grunk on his podcast. He said, "Are you a Starbucks guy or a Dunkin' Donuts guy?" What do you think he said?
Probably
It's
that he doesn't
Gronkowski.
drink coffee. What'd he say?
Where's that drum?
Damn.
What did he say? Did he say it?
He's a Dunkin' guy.
Yeah, he has to be a Dunkin' guy, dude. He's New England. He said Starbucks, they might tear down whatever statue they have of him.
I'm just
Oh, you fucking kidding me?
I'm just basking in
there's
his
something
glow. What? Where am
I
I?
like Dunkin' better too. I'm not gonna lie. Starbucks, if you don't drink one of their like fucking creamy ass milkshake drinks, which is basically what their coffee is, it's gross.
Jalen's
Burnt shit.
Jalen's waking up. Going into that big bitch again. Got him,
see.
got her, got him.
Washington desperately needs to hold them here, at most to a field goal.
I think I thought he was a tackle because that oversized shirt underneath that everyone's been pulling this year.
I like when it
You've been
pulls,
noticing
when they
that?
rip it.
They've really been
I like
pulling
when
that shit.
I like when it rips and then there's like one thin string that stretches for like 8 yards.
It's we're moving backwards.
This is the analysis that people want.
Good God. Yeah, it's
The
true.
thin string. Yeah, but it is funny. And it just rips and it's like flowing behind them, or it rips off completely. Damn.
I wish the real
there.
John Madden was actually here to commentate on it. What's with all these guys that can't even grow a beard? Trying to pull out these strings. Look at him. He'd circle it. This is a fashion
Draw the
football.
string.
Drawstring?
Look at that string.
Pull my drawstring.
Up.
Oh.
The game's getting out of hand.
Walk.
He was
Taking
skating.
it down. First and goal at the 3. Let's see if we can push that little tushy in there. Took one on the chin.
Jalen, and the L stands for limerence.
First and goal.
Run that push pop.
Gonna hand it off.
Why don't they call it a push pop?
Clock.
The tush push is just the push pop.
The cheese steak. I was thinking earlier I couldn't. I'm gonna think of so many funny ones later. The glute shoot.
The glory hole.
The Rocky Walkie.
The thing of
Stallone
Play-Doh
bone.
that gets stuck that you gotta squeeze.
Cool. That rolls right off the tongue.
The Go-Gurt.
The grab and go yogurt. Philly style. It's always bunny in Philadelphia.
Yikes.
Oh,
Well, there we go.
that's probably gonna do it.
That's about it.
Look at these Eagles in the Super Bowl.
That Saquon Barkley for the score. You gotta finish. You gotta fix some of these models. What we doing, EA?
They don't have to. They have an exclusive contract. Meaning, we can play the same games from 2014.
Over and over.
They always put old players, like retired players, in the games. Like, yeah, it's easy. They probably have the character models built in this engine.
Same guy coming to do the green screen work every year.
It's just Clinton Portis still.
Clinton Portis.
Like, what the fuck?
No. They just get Steven Jackson to do Derrick Henry's animations.
He looks familiar.
No. Who is that big ass running back who ran for the Giants?
Brandon Jacobs.
Brandon Jacobs. Jeez
Yeah.
Louise.
They
And
just put
he
him
could
in
catch too,
UFC.
which was weird.
He's huge.
Yeah.
That was when they had him. They had 2 other guys. And they tried to call it like thunder and lightning, but there was 3 guys. They had Derek Ward, who went to the Bucks and flamed out. They had a small guy too.
Thunder, lightning, and sparks.
Ice.
This is kind of one of those, this is probably how it's going to turn out type of games. You get that feeling. Oof.
I hope it's better.
You got 2 timeouts left. They're just letting the clock run. No hurry up. You know, for a guy who uses a fucking computer simulation to improve upon this, he's sure slowing this game down. Well, and I spoke too soon. Ooh. That was a quick strike.
Quick strike. They're lucky they got a touchdown on that last drive. Maybe they can make something happen. Ahmad Bradshaw. That was the other running back. Had to look.
I remember Bradshaw.
Had to do it to him.
He was the quick back.
Yeah.
You know, ideally, you combine all 3 of those traits into one running back, so you don't have to have a thunder, lightning, and sparks. That sounds like overcompensation. Just 3 guys sit on the depth chart. We need a nickname to overcompensate for neither of us being a lead back. How about thunder, lightning, and sparks? Basically Earth, Wind, and Fire, right? It's smooth. One of us can't carry the show, so we might as well give ourselves a cool nickname. And he kicks it right to the fucking left tackle.
Damn. Well, at least it was interesting.
They still have 2 timeouts, you know. Bear in mind it's not snowing this game, so they probably handled it a little bit better, but hey. Alright, we know where it's going, and you give it up. That looks reminiscent of last week's playoffs game.
Yeah, let this...
You knew exactly where it was going to go, and he hit a home run on you.
Didn't matter. Game blouses.
He turned to Hurts and says, "Oh, I like this. I like this. Yeah, read this. Need this." Did you see him point to him? He said, "I got you, bitch. I got one for you."
Well, the miracle season comes to an end.
And
Come one, come again, and welcome to the AFC Championship game. We're here in Kansas City to watch the Fighting Swifties take on the Bills Mafia. The Chiefs have an opportunity to win their 3rd Super Bowl in a row, but in order to get there, they'll have to beat the Bills, led by potential MVP Josh Allen. So, Coach, do you think Patrick Mahomes has that killer instinct to take out Josh Allen?
he's basically Patrick fucking Bateman. You know, he's above law and order and any sort of conceptual tie to reality. It's basically Disney versus fucking Vegas here tonight. And if it was Andy Reid's choice, he wants to make some yellow snow. He wants that yellow Gatorade bath. Real superstitious type here, and let's get it going.
Don't eat the yellow snow. Looks like the Chiefs will start with the ball here. And it's really coming down out there.
Oof.
Oh, shit.
Kind of looking like Florida right now.
Yeah.
Well, you know everything's upside down when your hottest state is in a state of disarray. And they're hoping to keep the ship moving today. Because they somehow always put it together here.
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, they haven't looked all that good this year. But they're the 1 seed. 2 losses.
They're the bun seed.
And they haven't looked very impressive the entire season. Bills, on the other hand, have a ton of hype and have looked good, but...
They've just been sitting on their laurels. The bun seed. Yeah, we've had it before.
I wonder if they'll be able to blend in with the snow in those white jerseys. Hide down there.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Gatorade, you know, I spent some time catching up with my old confidant, Mr. Reed, and, you know, Coach's special sauce came into play. You know what I'm saying? I gave him
Ketchup?
I gave him the sauce to the game.
What would that be? What'd you tell him?
Well, it's not what I told him. It's, I guess, what I let slip. Anyways, back to the game.
Oh,
Well, looks like it's slipping out of his hand today. Huh.
I mean, that couldn't have been Patrick Mahomes' fault there. Kelsey must have run the wrong route or something.
Not possible.
Not possible. I won't put that on him. But they're going to have to punt here.
Huh. Well,
And we're going to see potential MVP Josh Allen. Down to him and Lamar. And Lamar's the favorite now, but we just put that to bed last week. Unfortunately, the votes have already been cast. There is a chance he takes it.
Josh
He's had a
Allen.
stellar season.
Joshua.
Josh.
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 So we'll see what they can do here. And maybe this is the, the game where they finally get out of Big Brother's shadow. Rematch of the divisional round. Most famous. Many consider the best divisional round game of all time. I saw a list. It was number 1. The 13-second game, as they call it. The Bills scored and gave Patrick Mahomes 13 seconds to drive down the field and win it, which he did.
I love these post-Tom Brady stats. They've won as many AFC championships as Tom Brady. Yeah, no shit. Like, he's been out of the AFC for how long?
For real.
Come on. Wow.
Ooh. Got the corner there.
Real decisive.
And it's cold out there. But the Bills are used to this kind of weather. It's almost maybe making it like a home game for them.
You know, I watch Allen play, and it's almost like what one Tim Tebow could have been.
It's so chaotic, but it just works. It's almost the opposite of Lamar.
And they gave him so much time to develop.
Lamar,
they were so patient.
Everything looks calculated, even when Lamar's under pressure. I mean, last week he fumbled. He had some issues, but when he's under pressure, it looks like he planned it all. He's just in the pocket, in the right spot, getting away from everyone. It just looks right. But then he plays out of structure well, but not chaotic well, where Josh Allen almost seems to have to play chaotic. But it works for him.
Yep. Desperate Bills franchise. Patient. Haven't had much recently. You know, he had time to kind of come out of his shell. You know, I hate when a franchise, and I'm not calling anyone out. No, fuck it. I'm going to call him out. The Colts. They'll draft a developmental QB and absolutely fucking ruin him. Like, good God, man. Some of these teams.
The best quarterback. They'll draft the best quarterback of all time and ruin him. So what are they going to do with a developmental QB?
And he's dead. That's got to be uncomfortable just sitting there. I know. Ugh.
In the cold.
Hope that bench is warm. Yikes.
That's tough to lose him. He's been the safety valve all year. Probably best hands on the team, I would say. But they can make things work. Lean on the run game. Probably the formula in the snow.
Right.
We're at the 3. Can't see it. They're there. Oh, did he get his foot down?
Wow. What a shot. And he slips.
I don't know if he... Oh, it looks like he dragged the toes.
You know, speaking of close calls, I was just watching that old Des Bryant clip. You know, the playoff one. He definitely caught it.
He caught it.
Fucking caught it.
That was a bad arrow for the catch. I think they've kind of fixed it now. You know, there's still some weird ones.
That was a bad error for Dez. They didn't get any fucking calls. America's team. Yeah.
Well, that was the same year. I think it was the same year, around the same time, when, if you remember, Megatron caught that. It was like end of the game, maybe even a Hail Mary. Similar, long pass. Caught it, sat on his ass, had it in one hand, put it on the ground, and they said it wasn't a catch. It was such a bad, because the football move or whatever it was that they had to have back then. But now it's a lot more simple. The only thing I think they should fix, and I've seen it a couple times, it happens with George Pickens a lot, is he gets the same foot down twice. Ooh. I think that should count. Like, he'll be near the sideline, be on his left foot, catch the ball, be drifting out, and then pick his left foot up but put it back down. I think that should count as 2 feet. Same foot twice is probably harder than 2 feet.
Well,
I feel like that should count.
Special treatment for a real special guy, Mr. Pickens.
Crash out king.
Crash out.
All right, we're going to give the ball back to Patrick Mahomes, and we'll see what he can do. Wait, who?
What are we doing? Is that a ghost in the corner? What are we doing about it?
Oh, we got a catch there.
Translucent. And the receiving cast for this Chiefs team, I'm gonna play it straight. He wins with this team, it's Brady-esque. We can start making some comparisons. Not really a major standout from a weapon standpoint, but they're all consistent.
Well, it's a time of year for Kelsey to turn it on. There's nothing to hold back for now. And I feel like if they win this third one, he probably rides off with Taylor Swift into the sunset, right?
Well, you got to think. Unfortunately, it kind of looks like that. But what else is there to prove, you know? What else is there to prove at that point? Get your Disney ending.
Well, and he's in the debate of greatest of all time tight end. It's between him and Gronk. Some people put him. I think Gronk was better, but he's had a longer period of peak.
Yep. Greatest tight end of all time, potentially.
Yeah.
You culturally appropriated the fade in the midst of that. I mean, a lot of high-achieving accomplishments. Appropriating the fade, that's interesting.
Maybe they'll win the Super Bowl and he'll propose to Taylor Swift.
Give me a fucking break.
All the Swifties can simultaneously commit suicide because their life won't get any better than that.
I hope that one's on the Manning cast. I want to see Belichick. Come on. Come on.
Oh, you mean UNC coach, Bill Belichick.
Yeah. And then he proposes to his. And then we're
Did
all
the Raiders
like,
hire a coach yet?
come on.
I heard they were trying to. I heard the Raiders were trying to lure him out out of college. He's already doing recruiting trips. I think he's locked in.
Brady told him, it's your turn to be bottom, bitch. You're going to listen to me now.
He's pretty close to breaking the all-time record for wins. But Andy Reid's right behind him. And Andy Reid has this team set up to keep winning. I feel like if Bill came out of retirement, or not retirement, I guess, came back to the NFL, and then Andy Reid passed him anyway, it'd be like a slap in the face. But if he never comes back and Andy Reid passes him, it's like, well, whatever, you know? So maybe it's calculated. I think he's like 16.
Kelsey in motion.
Hollywood Brown.
Well, that guy got a sweet deal. He got a real good deal. From one perennial winner to the next, less expectations. Good spot for Hollywood.
It's crazy that DeMar Hamlin is a starting safety now.
Yeah, someone pushed his slider set up, huh? Speaking of Disney, he's been balling out. It's almost like near-death experiences, you know. They kind of shake people up a little bit or something.
He did his own ayahuasca trip internally.
That's one guy I'd like to see on Rogan.
Okay. I've never heard him talk about it. Because he's a clone. Clones can't talk. Touchdown.
Well, speaking of clone,
Tie it up here.
the evil empire is back in it.
The problem with the Chiefs being in quote-unquote evil empire is that they don't embrace being the villain. When the Pats did it, it was like respectable. They knew they were the bad guy and they just fucking did it.
Well, look at that point of time. Everyone knew what they were back then. Kids these days, you know, they're everything and more. Nope, nope, nope. I can't be the guy. Get ratioed.
Not political.
Chat. Tell me what I am in the comments. Where's my alignment?
Chat, chaotic good.
The rare chaotic neutral.
Chaotic neutral is probably the best you could be.
So a fucking raccoon?
It's true chaos.
Just
Chaotic good or chaotic evil, you're being steered one way or another.
just dumpster diving. Oof.
What do they call on those charts the opposite of chaotic? Orderly? What do they actually call it?
Lawful.
Lawful. Lawful evils, that's the worst. It's like a Nazi level.
Well,
Lawful good sucks too. The chaotic, you just want to be chaotic, basically.
speaking of which, the lawful
Neutral
evil
neutral.
comes out there. Give him a
We should put
few extra yards.
a
to play.
quarterback. We should put a quarterback on each of those.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Like Mahomes is probably chaotic evil.
Yeah, at this point, he'll
Yeah.
swing that way for the sake
I'd
of
say-
figuring out the temperature. Yes.
What are those charts called?
Moral alignment, Dungeons and Dragons. And the dragon's breaking out of there.
Okay, I got one.
Oh, he can't be Slade. Slade was on
We'll
the last
start at
game.
the top. We'll start at lawful good. We'll go down the lawfuls, the neutrals, and the chaotics. Actually, the neutral is going to be the hardest. So lawful good. Who the hell would that be?
Lawful good.
Lawful good.
Who's the good guy of this league? You know, the archetype of, unfortunately, Peyton Manning to me was the lawful good. We're going to give that to Lamar. Or would he be chaotic good?
That I think chaotic good's Josh Allen, but we'll get there.
Right.
I think lawful good, that we can do Lamar.
I like Lamar there.
Yeah.
Chaotic good.
But I was thinking could have been Kirk Cousins, but no one cares about him anymore after this year.
No. Can't be Kirk.
Lawful good? No, lawful good is always like a goober, like Derek Carr or something.
Derek Carr, look who he plays for.
Yeah, true.
He ain't no saint.
Maybe
Derek Carr's just a peasant that gets fucking run over once the Marauders come in. Just crying.
he's not even on the chart.
He just gets brave-hearted. They took everything.
Maybe Matt Stafford?
For what?
Lawful good?
No, I see no good in him making those comebacks. He just fucking brutalizes people's teams.
Okay, then we'll just go with...
Where's CJ Stroud at? No. CJ Stroud's...
He's neutral. Lawful good is Jared Goff.
How is the man that prays over others to heal them not good?
I think lawful good is Jared Goff. Okay,
You're talking about a lot of side characters.
Jared Goff was a main character this year.
Okay.
That team, lawful good is always kind of just like...
I mean, I guess. We'll give him lawful good. Detroit had the hearts of everyone, so it makes sense. Even though they were responsible for the majority of the injuries that happened this season. Fucking kneecap biters. Good Lord.
All right, who's lawful neutral?
I know. That's got to be Hurts. That's got to be Hurts.
Yeah, I can see that. I think that works. Or Justin Herbert might be...
He's not really someone who
good.
reads between the lines.
He might be lawful. There's a lot of lawful goods. That's like the basic, like, standard quarterback.
But you got to apply their play styles in the mix too, you know? You got to consider all factors.
Chaotic versus lawful. But he only threw 4 picks. I would say he's definitely lawful. Maybe neutral. No, lawful good, Goff. That's locked in. Lawful neutral. Neutrals are going to be the hardest ones.
That's got to be a pocket guy.
Yeah. I mean, Herbert, Geno Smith, Jordan Love, or Brock Purdy, maybe. Kind of neutral.
All guys that I fell asleep to this season.
Lawful neutral. That's what you're wanting. Maybe Tua.
Lull me to sleep.
Tua's evil Tua now, though, since the concussions. What about lawful evil? That would have been Tom if he was still playing. Russell Wilson. Oh, Aaron Rodgers. Lawful evil. I don't know. It's too many. What's going on in this game? Nothing.
Aaron Rodgers is probably the most likely to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, he could probably spit this list.
Aaron Rodgers as your dungeon master, imagine that.
There's too many chaotic. Chaotic
Jeez.
neutral, I think, is James. Honestly. All right, Chiefs up.
Nothing chaotic about that ball. On the money.
He's unnerfable. He's unnerfable. Even Madden knows.
It's nerf or nothing.
Or nothing.
Wow. That's really kind of nihilistic. You think about it. It's nerf or
nothing.
you're a fucking pussy.
It's nerf or the abyss. Who would be chaotic evil? Baker?
Maybe Baker. I like that.
Maybe Deshaun Watson. Everyone likes Baker, though. He might be chaotic neutral.
Well, everyone except his college coaches
Yeah.
and the Browns.
All the Browns fans still love him, though.
Right.
I think it's better, instead of picking one person for each of these, we could just go through the quarterbacks and decide where they fall on the list. Because there's going to be a lot of...
We'll tier this out and make a list. Roll
The guys
dice.
here are chaotic. Chaotic good. Mahomes would be chaotic evil. Yeah, Mahomes is chaotic.
Well, maybe these guys don't want us just assuming their moral alignment. You know,
It doesn't. I'm talking about
don't
public
put a label on something, you know?
public perception. Not actually them,
Right.
except for Deshaun Watson.
No, you can't apply this on me. I'll tell you what I am. Just ask next time. Or I just won't tell you, and I'll bait you. For you
Dak
to
Prescott.
spur up in arms.
Lawful neutral is Russell. Mr. Unlimited. True neutral. Kirk Cousins. Joe Flacco.
Ugh, they're gonna give him flack for that fucking ball. Come on, Joshy.
Not looking great for them.
He's been having a great fucking year.
Yep. It's kind of a shame that he and Dalvin's careers didn't really overlap. Like, they did, but Dalvin was kind of already on the way out. Would have been cool to see them both at the top together.
You kind of get more of the same here. Consistent, nice zone run scheme type of back. He always gets the tough yards too.
Yeah, I think Dalvin in his prime was better, but they're both good.
2-minute warning, and it's looking about the way we expected. Tight game, and they're driving.
Pick up a few
Like a
there.
dungeon dragon. Like a dungeon dragon.
Nicki Minaj, chaotic.
She washed Marshall on that record. Nice
Joe
career
Burrow,
highlight.
lawful evil. Joe Burrow is a guy that would embrace. If they painted him as the bad guy, he would embrace it the right way.
He'd probably thrive.
Yeah.
I don't think he likes that label.
So Mahomes, I don't think will ever.
I don't think he likes people in his house either. But, you know, he just lets them in.
He got a Batmobile.
Kind of sounds like she just let him in. Checked his security. He's like, who's in my house? Oh, he broke in.
Oh, that's not you? Oh, I thought that was you.
Like, funny, I was watching this camera and this guy broke into my house like 4 times.
He just kept leaving, locking the door, and then re-breaking in.
It's funny, only my bed sheets were ravaged. What's happening?
He just kept coming in and unmaking my bed.
Just kept coming in and coming in. What are we doing? Jamar Chase in the locker room making little snide comments. He'd be good for a snide comment in that situation.
I think that chart would be good for receivers. There'd be a lot more evils.
Well, how about you get your little spreadsheet and you start working?
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Seems like that's what you need. More work.
No.
You've been pretty short on work lately, haven't you, Analyst?
No.
Speaking of which,
Find a man there.
I know you bailed on me last week. Hopefully you didn't bail on the Chitlins either.
I got snowed in.
Oh.
Like Edward.
Oh. Right. Well, I guess it's better than having them out there salting it while you sit in the house reading the funnies and shit.
The funnies? What year is this? Reading the funny papers, see?
Wow.
Extra, extra. Read all about it.
Hey, pan your eyes.
Big Bills, AFC champion.
Pan your eyes to the left and look who you're talking to. Fucking analysts. Kids these days. I detect ageism in those eyes. And a first down.
Finds another open man. Mahomes is kind of carving him up.
He's really untethered.
Chaotic right now. So chaotic.
Yeah, boy!
Ooh.
Hideo
Second.
Kojima. What a
They used
legend.
Damn.
You know, I was just
I know.
watching a clip today. Stan Lee and Kojima were pretty tight. Yeah, it's missed opportunity. Marvel, Metal Gear crossover would have been incredible.
Is Metal Gear a Capcom? Technically?
No.
Thinking maybe. Maybe it'll happen. I've seen enough Marvel.
Oh, they all just kind of look the same. I don't know. Just put them in a box, why don't you? Just like I've been doing this whole game. Oh, checking my box. This is what you are. It's applicable. If it's clickable, it's applicable. Oof.
Speaking of applicable, he dicked him down. Dick in the mud. Applicable? Applicable?
Are you done? First and 10. 17 seconds left. No timeouts. There's basically nothing.
Meow.
Meow, meow.
What was he hiding in that house?
Joe Burrow. He was pretty bent out of shape that someone went in there.
You know, since we're talking about fucking fairies and orcs and shit, Joe Burrow's definitely a Hobbit name.
You thinking the Burrow? Wait, that's never mind.
Joe Burrow's
Burrow
son.
was Frodo.
Joe Burrow's son.
Frodo Baggins' neighbor, Joe Burrow. What about
It
11
fits,
piece?
right? Right.
What about second breakfast? It's a big field goal.
He goes on a long journey with the wizard, Jamar Chase.
It's one letter short of Jafar.
Return of Jamar. Just kick the damn thing off so we can go to halftime.
Good game so far.
It is a good game. 7-point lead. Chiefs got the ball first, so the Bills will get it at half.
Meow. How can they see them? That should have been an easy kick return.
I think they blend right in. You should be able to do like fakes. I never understood that. You know when they do the fake punt return and they have a guy run down the field, catch the actual ball, but the returner acts like it's on the other side of the field and it's not, so everyone runs to him. How the fuck do they work that out?
Well, I booted up Madden Competitive, and this guy had preset it. He was at the Eagles. He preset it to a snow game. I was using the Colts alternate whites through like 7 fucking picks. And it's like you could tell he wouldn't have if that were the case.
Yeah.
Real enjoyable. Didn't
Yeah,
work out for you
Jameis
there.
Pre-LASIK.
Selling on the hit stick, whiffing on everything. Shit was very amusing.
Shady McCoy game. Shady said he gave Saquon the trick to being good in the snow.
Shady McCoy sounds like the name of a dwarf.
Shady McCoy.
Like the dwarf
Shady
that hides
McCoy.
things.
Joe Burrow.
Where the
Shady
last
McCoy.
loaf of bread go? Shady's in the corner. Still talking about Chip Kelly. It was Chip. Chip did it. Chip's like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm over here winning a fucking championship.
Yeah,
And
that's
you're on
crazy.
a fucking podcast. Talking about me.
Chip Kelly's just always going to be around.
Well, he seems like the most likely football figurehead that would figure out some sort of reverse aging technology to just be around. Yeah, I installed a hyperbolic time chamber in the locker room. I expect you to spend 2 hours a day in it.
I think he's maybe reached... my
Make sure you
favorite part.
drink your Ensures. They're specifically
You may reach-
vegan made.
There's this point in every, or in a lot of football coaches' careers, where they realize they're just not head coaches, but they're amazing coordinators, and they just stay coordinators forever. I love that. Like Steve Spagnuolo. Like, just be a good coordinator. Todd Bowles needs to do that. Well,
It's
but I think maybe Chip Kelly's reached that.
It's funny that we start to see
you know, some of that negativity poking out. People start chirping about you. And a guy named Chip, you know, gets a chip on his shoulder and actually wins a chip.
I love chips.
With the dip. And speaking of dip, do you think they dip out here, or do you think we're turning up a bit?
I think. Are you asking me if I think the Bills are going to score?
Right.
Yeah.
The unnecessary spin move. Still a
Love
2-yard game. I love it.
I mean, if you're spinning in the snow, you never know what could happen.
There we go again. I call that the egg beater.
Himself. He has to do it.
That's the egg beater. Cooking, egg beating, whipping it. What we got, Josh?
It's a big one. Short.
Madden wouldn't do it, would they?
They might.
Don't fucking do
Washington
it.
did.
That's always the demise. Oh, motherfucker.
God damn it. Stupid. And it goes into the end zone. It's like a net of 15 yards. And we'll see what the great, beautiful Patrick Mahomes can do. Kenny Powers of the NFL.
Well, I know where Madden's alignment stands.
Cool giggle.
Stupid. Madden's just stupid.
Chaotic dumbass.
Red Foreman.
Neutral dumbass. Going to put my foot in your ass.
The Kansas City Red Foremans.
There's a lot going on in that basement that they didn't talk about.
On the other end, Carlos Hyde.
Damn. Good run.
Kind of looking like Carlos Hyde there, huh? You know, Pacheco.
That's a weird...
You know,
Running backs have a weird career arc where they just fade away and you kind of forget about them. Like Carlos Hyde.
Genty, Pacheco, these upright runners, man. Tall. Finding a way. How are they breaking a fucking
What the hell?
over 100-year-old game? They defeat momentum. Running high and tight. It's almost like a guy named Jim Brown did it at one point. Imagine that.
Yeah, and Eric Dickerson and Adrian Peterson.
Well, every coach tells you to run low.
Derrick
Just
Henry.
Yeah, like every fucking great running back needs to see things, apparently. Huh.
Yeah, Le'Veon Bell didn't even run.
He glided.
It was a fun couple years where he was like the guy.
It was almost fucking psychic. You had LT previously. You probably had the best vision, in my opinion, of a running back ever. And then you get this guy who, you know, doesn't exactly have all the talent that LT had, but his vision was damn near psychic.
He was big too. Yeah, LT was insane. Best vision of all time, Bucky Irving.
Well, to be seen, but you know, you don't always have to stand tall either. You can be 5'9" and plucky.
Bucky.
Perrine, that's another big bitch. Laying the
How is
wood.
he? Pirine still doing it. It's fun.
You know,
Nice.
Frank the Tank, Perrine, Carlos Hyde, Stocky. They're gonna get it for you. And letting this guy get killed.
Oh, he doesn't care.
You know, he came out this week and said, "Yeah, I've been pulling up on those runs. What's it to you?" It's really interesting that a guy like Patrick Mahomes, so concerned about his public image, just readily admits to fucking sending the game. Yeah, what's it to you, bitch? With his hand up.
He's playing the game within.
He's using VR.
You're just jealous.
Here we go. I wonder who it's going to. Oh.
Didn't see that.
Well, that's why I'm not coaching anymore. Yikes.
Xavier Worthy's having a game. 2 touchdowns. Damn, they're gonna making this look.
Every time I hear that song in the background after a score, I just hear dick him down.
That's what they're doing. All right, we need the Bills to respond here. This can get real ugly. They've never punted.
And we're in hell.
And we're in.
Smack that ass. Bro, they had a sound to it too. Like it was you can hear that shit. Somebody paid for that. Madden file 007 ass slap. Integrate this specifically in third quarter. If Patrick Mahomes scores off a PA rice. Mind my business. You know, to summarize the year to this point, we've had a lot of games. And, you know, we haven't had a snow game. We haven't had a snow game. And although it's only 40% likely IRL, you know, it felt fitting.
Well, there's really not that many snow games.
All sleet, mold for you.
I feel like 3 a year, maybe.
Yeah. The hair. What you clapping for, bitch? What's with the like sporadic clapping animation? Can we fucking remove that next year?
It's all they could have them do.
Can we have them reading books? Can we have a reading
Yeah, they should
book?
do that.
They need to add that.
Madden will put that in, but they won't update any of the gameplay. They had Saquon Barkley's backwards hurdle in like the next week.
Is that what the awareness rating is for? Reading books?
I need to do self-awareness rating.
Ooh. No. This is a serious conversation. I've been thinking about it. Some of the play calling in Madden's engine, you really can't dictate it with the parameters they set. And you can tell because, you know, you watch enough of these, you see it. They need a rating for improvisation. I feel like ours is a bit lower tonight, specifically. We're not at our finest moment, but hey, that can always use tweaking in the next update. But an improvisation rating would be great, specifically for those 4th and 2s. You know, your quarterback, you know, he might be more likely to go for it. You could even apply it to the coaching. But
can you tweak it so they're more likely to go for it, or no?
Well, there are settings obviously within the player, but I don't feel like they matter too much as far as their disciplines are concerned. Like, you can set them to scrambling, etc., etc. But that doesn't really account for situational awareness. Specifically, yeah, like that is not the appropriate time for that. And he's dead.
It's dead.
He chooses to run that in the 4th, 7:45 left. What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? Sling that bitch.
He's about to. Believe in them.
But what do you think? Improv. That'd be a good rating, huh?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know how you would do that. If the first receiver's open, they're gonna go to him. I guess the broken tackle is like the closest thing per quarterback.
And then, of course, if you want your quarterback to bomb, you could always create a stand-up rating.
You could do. Ooh,
Ooh.
that was quick.
Speaking of standing up. All right, guys.
Yay.
Yeah.
Cool high fives.
Nice.
Now go back to the sideline and clap.
Alone on a cold bench in the middle of the snow. Without wearing your thermal jacket. Just fucking bare-armed clapping by yourself. Like
The clapping keeps you warm.
like a fucking psychopath in the corner.
It keeps you warm. You gotta move your extremities.
Just that subtle reminder. I think good things are happening. That one
they're
person who
clapping.
claps in an auditorium and everyone else looks at him. Not the time. It's like clapping at a funeral.
That would be weird. All right, everyone. What a great life. Give it up for David Lynch.
Hey. My goat. It's funny, David Lynch, he had this sound effect he'd use whenever there was like something terrible happening on screen. He'd always slow down the camera angle and apply like animal noises, lion growls. So you'd have the worst possible character. He'd get applied to some sort of possession and he'd be mauling someone and it just slows down and you just hear a growl. I feel like that would be good for the soundboard.
Animal noise. Which animal? A lion.
Well, Lions got David lynched. They were hanging around for a bit, and then R.I.P.
Second and 5.
He was fond of filming scenes in diners too, capturing the natural elements of humanity, talking about the mundane. Plucky hero that's unassuming. Dialogue's kind of stupid intentionally. Disarms you. Where are we? What am I doing here? Is this a David Lynch film? Are we trying to subvert? Are we subverting ourselves into sleep?
I think we are. I don't see any red lights. Oh my god. They need to stop and they're not getting it.
I like me some Twin Peaks. I'll climb those.
Wow. Maybe that's the animal noise we need. They're just splitting the defense like it's nothing. Every run. Whoa. What the hell's that guy doing? Playing in the snow.
On the other end, you got a Ridley Scott film playing here. It's dynamic. It's horrible. Bad things are happening. The hero still comes out. And the ball comes out.
All we are tears in the rain.
Snow. The more you snow.
Shut them down, open up shop.
How would you feel if you woke up in the morning
Good.
and you walk out to the front of the yard? You look over at your neighbor. He's like, "Hey man, it's snowing today." And you're like, "Yeah, I can see that, Bob." And he responds, "Well, the more you snow." Cup of coffee. Walks back in the house.
I'd smash his mailbox. The more you snow, I'd throw a snowball at him probably. Or smash his face into the snow.
And then Joe checks his cameras. That guy smashed my fucking mailbox. God.
His name was Bob like 2 seconds ago.
Well, he wanted to be anonymous. Remember, we got to respect his anonymity, because you know everyone's got that nowadays.
Everyone. You got to build a brand with your online presence, bro.
Hey Joe,
not
get with the
waking
fucking
up-
times.
You're not waking up, posting a TikTok, taking a shower, posting an Instagram story. Are you even like living?
Or throwing a 360 windmill pass in the snow. Real low key, Joe. We get it. You like to be low key. What the fuck is that sound?
Clapping?
What the fuck is that sound?
What sound?
Oh my god. You don't hear that feedback?
Yeah, I do.
What's happening?
I thought it was applause.
This kind of sounds like a David Lynch film.
It's over.
Does that mean our hero's been through the worst of it, or does it get worse than this? 31 to 17.
Get worse.
Holy fuck.
Yep. Imagine.
The Madden engine can't be defied. The Disney ending can't be spoiled.
Unnerfable.
And somehow Vegas will still win. Somehow Josh Allen will be the favorite. And Vegas will still win.
This is what's really going to happen. We got these games right this week. We're going to have another fucking Eagles-Chiefs Super Bowl. The Chiefs are going to win.
Honestly, Eagles, Chiefs, you can probably count me to be sleeping on the couch. Because we know the result of that. I'll wake up in the morning for my Super Bowl. I'll watch the highlights. That'll be the first game I ever watched the highlights on. As far as a title is concerned.
But the commercials, dude. You forgot the commercials.
You want to watch commercials in 2025? Gotcha.
I watch the game for the commercials. I read it for the articles.
Right. The funnies. Huh?
AJ Brown should have a Playboy on the sideline.
Oh. Karma Sutra. No.
Comp on the sideline.
All right.
What the hell, AJ? What are you reading? How to...
The Book of Eli. The Book of Eli. He's reading the Book of Eli. How to be the plucky, unassuming nuisance that always ends up in the big game.
Oh.
Holy shit. Not that it fucking matters or anything, because...
I know. 2 scores. This happened in the last game, too. Come on, Josh.
Huh?
What's the best possible outcome of the 4 teams remaining?
I thought you were going to say the game, and that would have been... Ugh.
Not bad.
On the... All right, guys.
Would it be good if the Commanders won? Would that be cool?
Brought to you by Five Guys.
I guess the Bills, right? Bills winning a Super Bowl, everyone would be pretty happy with.
I mean, they haven't won shit. It kind of makes up for the lack thereof. I mean, they're essentially the Cubs. What the Cubs were a few years ago of football. They just need to get over that.
4 in a row. That's insane. They were like the best team in the league for 4 years, and they lost the Super Bowl 4 times in a row.
Yikes.
Can you imagine that pain and suffering? Holy fuck.
And he kills both of them.
Mesh point.
Anderson. Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson. What is that? 2-minute warning.
Well, Agent Smith fucking wins. None of this matters. We're all in a fucking simulation. It's all predetermined. And we're still dying on the field. What is he upset about? Get the fuck up and get on with the fucking game. Can we move this along? Jesus.
Die gracefully.
What are we fucking doing here? Oh, I can't wait to play some competitive after this to break up this fucking stale heap of shit.
Yeah, it's a bad one. It's okay, though. We'll have a great Super Bowl matchup.
I'll probably play 1 or 2 games and wrap this. This is almost how they should have been playing the whole time, huh?
Well, now they know they're going to run it.
Oh, good point. Coaching 101. Right. Subvert the expectation. Lynchian principles. Well, no one gets lynched when you let them all out.
Just put us out of it.
You can hurt, maim, run all over them, torture. You can bust through windows. And you'll probably serve a bit of time, but hey, if everything's written for you to supersede the rules and to break expectations, you know, you're going to get out. Patrick really is Patrick fucking Bateman. Moida. Hero.
He's a killer. This sucks. Fuck this. Fuck the Chiefs. Fuck it all. Just knee it. See the confetti.
He really did have his fucking William Dafoe interrogation moment. He's like, yeah, I did it. Who the fuck cares? You're too busy.
And no one cares.
You're too busy applying the label of greatness to me. This perception of me. You're calling me sir. You're calling me for what I am. And you don't care what I do. Because I'm a class above all of you. I'm an elite. I tread on the little guy. And the Bills fucking lose another game.
Heartbreak. Always. For all of us. If this game goes like this, IRL, I'm be pissed.
Well,
Pazuki.
I guess it's Buffalo saving their bills for later. Maybe they have a savings account for a Super Bowl. I don't know. Cash it in.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, 30 a year.